Okay, children. Very good evening to all of you. Okay, so I hope that some of you have started your schools, right? Okay, so yeah, for grade 7, I think their schools already started. Okay, right. So children, we are going to start our discussion. We are going to continue our discussion, right? We are going to discuss today plant leaves, diversity of leaves, functions of plant leaves, and parts of a flower. Okay, children. So we are going to start our next lesson, Unit 2, Static Electricity, on next week. Okay. So children, today, Flo, I told you at the beginning. Okay. Right. So children, without taking much of the time, we'll move with our discussion. Okay. Right. So children, today also I have collected plenty of plant samples. Okay, plenty of plant samples to show you. Okay, so then we can start our journey today. Right? සියලුම වෘක්ෂලතාදිය මම අරගෙන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ අද පන්තියට අපිට බලලා කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, right. So then children, we'll start our discussion. Okay, right. Okay, let's move. Okay, children. Diversity of leaves, right? So, if I explain little bit about diversity, what is called as diversity, you know, right? Because you were there in our classes previously, right? So then you know what is called as diversity. Diversity means differences, right? Differences. Diversity of plant leaves, right? Differences of plant leaves. Okay, children? Right. So, children, you know, not all plants are same. Plant leaves are same. Those are different. Okay. So, before discuss about this diversity, what is the main function of plant leaves? What is the main function of plant leaves? Main function, pradhana karya, shaka patravala. What do you think? Can you recall your memory? What is the main function of plant leaves?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis, yes, definitely. You are correct. Photosynthesis, yes. They get sunlight and produce food by their own cells, no? Okay, right. So children, that is the main function of plant leaves, right? Okay, so we'll discuss what are the other functions when we start our discussion. Okay, right. Now, the topic, diversity of leaves. Shaka patravala vividatvaya. Diversity. How different plant leaves. Okay, right. Here children, plant leaves are different from each other. How these plant leaves different from each other? How? Right? Children, you know, when it comes to plant leaves, if I get this sample, right? This is a kind of a sample, right? So here children, you can see, right? This plant leaf is mango plant leaf, right? So here this one, guava plant leaf, guava. Okay, children, you can see now also there are differences. Okay, already you can see differences. When us come value balmata paid. Okay, right. So that means we can see diversity of plant leaves. Okay, right. All right. Children, how these plant leaves different from each other? Here, children, plant leaves are different from each other. Sorry. Let's select a color. Okay, right. Plant leaves are different from each other. Different from each other by shape. right? By shape. You know some plant leaves have, right? Different shapes, right? There is a oval shape, right? And sometimes we can see here. Here you can see different shape of plant leaf, right? So likewise, here children by shape, these plant leaves are different, okay? Here children by size, there are plant leaves. These plant leaves, sometimes very small plant leaves are there. Sometimes some plants are there, plant leaves are there. Those plants leaves are very large, right? You know. And then children color, right? So although we can see plant leaves in green color, most probably, right? There are plant leaves which can observe in purple color, pink color, right? Like these plant leaves are there, right? So we cannot see green color in that plant leaves. Okay. So if you see maple trees, they are changing the leaves color time to time according to the season, right? Most of the Western countries we can see this plant, right? Okay. So here children, what is the reason for that? They have different pigments. Pigments they have. Color pigments, varna karaka, pigments, different pigments available in this kind of plants, right? So that's why we can see these plant leaves in green, purple color, red color, right? Orange color, some varieties of croton also you have seen. But children, most probably plant leaves show green color. What is the reason? Why plant leaves are in green color? And meva kola patin penya.
They
What is
have
the reason?
chlorophyll.
Yes, they have chlorophylls. They have chlorophylls. That's why we can observe these plant leaves in green color. Okay, right. Other thing is that texture, right? Some plant leaves have smooth texture, right? Very smooth. Okay, but some plant leaves have hairy, right? Hairs they have. Some plant leaves are hairy. Buva sahitai, hairy, right? Once you touch, sometimes you itching, right? Kahano. Gevnama kahano, right? So children, some plant leaves are very smooth. The surface is very smooth, right? Nice to touch. But some plant leaves are hairy, right? So then once you touch, sometimes you may itching. Okay? Itching kiyane kahana, right? Okay. So children, other thing is that arrangement of leaves. Children, if I show you, right? Sometimes these leaves arrange around the stem different manner. So sometimes whirl, sometimes circle like way, right? So according to a circle, these plant leaves are going or fixing with the stem. Okay, likewise children. So children, plant leaves diverse according to their shape, right? Shape, size, color, texture, and arrangement. Okay, children. Now, I hope that you have the printed tube.
Teacher,
Yes.
so the leaves with other colors than green, they don't have chlorophyll?
They don't have chlorophylls. Instead of that, they have what? They have carotene and xanthophyll like pigments. Okay. Some groups of carotenoids are there in this plant leaves. Make part a part of it. ශාක පත්‍රවල තියෙන්නේ chlorophyll නෙමෙයි. කැරොටින් සහ සැන්තොෆිල් කියන වර්ණකාරක නැත්නම් pigments. Okay, that's why those are in this orange, purple and red color. Okay, children,
Thank you.
sometimes you may have this question, right? So these plant leaves do the photosynthesis. That is the problem that you have next. Yes, definitely these plants also doing photosynthesis using their pigments, carotenes and xanthophylls. Okay, right? Green plants do photosynthesis using chlorophyll. Harita shaka kiyanne me kola paata shaka. Using chlorophylls, they do photosynthesis, right? These plant leaves we can see in green color because of chlorophylls. But you know, these colorful plant leaves do photosynthesis with the help of carotene and xanthophyll-like pigments. I hope that you understood. Okay, right. So children, turn to the page number 9 in your tute. Tute එක නැති කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් කලබල වෙන්න එපා. Right? ඔයාලට පුළුවන් you can keep separate set of sheet and note down how plant leaves different from each other and then put shape, size, color, texture and arrangement. Okay, children. In page number 9, I have given space under the diversity of leaves. You can write down plant leaves are diverse from, I have given blanks for that. So then you can write shape, size, color, texture and arrangement. Quickly write it. Okay, done.
Done, teacher.
Okay, you need more time? Others?
Finish, teacher.
Okay, right. So then we can move with the next. Okay. Right. Children, there's nothing to write in this part. Okay. This is kind of activity that we can do as a field work. Right? Field work. Field work means, children, we go outside of your home and then we check whether what we can observe through the plants. Okay, children, this is kind of a field work that you can do, right? You can do by yourselves, right? So children, this field work done by me after collecting samples from the field, right? ක්ෂේත්‍ර අධ්‍යයනය. ඒ කියන්නේ field එක අධ්‍යයනය කරලා තමයි මේ samples අරන් තියෙන්නේ. Okay, right. Children, observing leaves. Observing leaves. We see these leaves and check, right? We check similarities. What are the equalities, right? How plant leaves similar, right? And differences. What are the differences of plant leaves? Okay, right. Here, children, in this activity, we have to collect and observe 10 garden leaves. 10 garden leaves we have to collect and observe. Okay, right. First of all, we have to check the similarities. When it comes to similarities, children, you can identify, right? These are the set of plants that I have chosen from my garden. Okay, here children, you can see all these plants are in green color, right? All these plants in green color. So then that is kind of a similarity. That is kind of a similarity. Samanakama. මේ ශාකපත්‍ර සේරම කොළ පාටයි. එක සමානකම. නේ? Right. Other thing is that have veins for transport. Have veins. Veins means narati. Have veins for transportation of nutrients and water. Here also you can see the veins, right? The veins. Okay, likewise. Here each and every plant you can see veins for transportation. Okay, right. Next one, these plant leaves have a leaf blade and a stalk. Right? These plant leaves have a leaf blade. Patra thalaya. May balan have a look. Here children, this is one of the specimen that I have collected from my garden. Right? Nidarshakayak. Specimen කියලා කියන්නේ නිදර්ශකයට. Okay. So this is one of the specimen that I have chosen from my garden. Okay. Right. Here children, this is leaf blade. Except these veins, these are the veins. Okay. These are the veins. And then you can see this is mid vein or mid rib. Medanarati, mid vein. Okay. So here you can see veins here. Narati, veins. Okay. So children, except this midrib and veins, these areas are called as leaf blade. Patra thalaya, leaf blade. Okay, children. Right. Here children have a leaf blade and stalk. Stalk means children, stalk means this one. Stalk means this one. Okay. Stalk or petiole. කොළේ නැට්ට කියන එක පත්‍ර වෘන්තය. වෘන්තය. පත්‍ර වෘන්තය. Leaf stalk or petiole. Okay. Right. So children, other similarity is need sunlight and water. Right? Here I have listed out what are the similarities of this plant leaves. Similarities. Samanakam. Right? All together, what are the common features? Right? Now we will turn into the differences. Okay. Children, at the first flash, you can understand these plant leaves are different from each other by shape, right? By shape, plant leaves different. Here you can see oval shaped plant leaves, right? Lobed ones, compound plant leaves. Here children, compound plant leaves, right? I'll explain you what is called as compound leaves also, right? Size, right? Some plant leaves are very large. Here this one is bit of larger than here rather than this one. This one is larger than this one. Okay. Likewise, there are a lot of examples. Texture. Some leaves very smooth. Very smooth. Some leaves are very smooth. Right? Some have rough textures. Right? This plant leaves have a rough texture. Right? You will feel rough nature. Hari ralui. Right? Okay. Edge. Sometimes some plant leaves have serrated margin, right? So here you can see serrated margin. Serrated means rally. Serrated, right? Serrated margin, right? So here children, these plant leaf has smooth edge. Smooth edge or smooth margin. Here this one have serrated margin. Serrated margin. Okay. Likewise. So other one is venation pattern. Bayavednipa, right? We'll discuss what is called as venation. Okay, right. Venation pattern means, children, some plant leaves have net-like structure, right? Arrangement of the veins. Some plant leaves, veins we can see just like a net. Veins arranged just like a net. Some plant leaves are not like that. Veins located parallel, right? Likewise, children, I'll tell you what are those things. Okay. So children, these are the similarities and these are the differences when we comparing these plant leaves, right? Here you can see another compound type of leaf here, right? Likewise. Okay, so children, this is kind of a field work that you can do it very leisurely, right? Go and collect 10 samples from your garden and then check what are the similarities and try to find differences of these samples. Okay, likewise. Okay, so children, there's nothing to write in this slide. Okay, right. So here we'll move with the next one. Okay, it's now we are going to discuss part of a plant leaf, right? Part of a plant leaf. Shaka patrayaka kotas. Okay, children, now let's identify. Children, I am using live specimen for identification of part of a plant leaf. Okay, children. Here, children, this one is called as what? This one is called as petiole. Petiole, right? Petiole. Here, children, this is the petiole of this plant leaf. Petiole. Patravrunthaya. කොළේ නැට්ට කියලා කියන්නේ. එහෙම කියන්නේ නෑනේ අපිනේ. Right? So this is called as petiole of this plant leaf. Petiole. Okay? Right. So thereafter, children, this one. What is this area? This area is called as leaf blade. Children, this is leaf blade. Sorry, not blade. This is leaf base. Base. Okay? So here, children, this area is called as leaf base of this plant leaf. Right? Leaf base. Leaf base means the place where this petiole connected with the plant leaf blade. Okay? Right. So children, here leaf base is the place where this petiole connected with the leaf or the leaf blade. Okay? Likewise. Okay, so then children, this area is called as leaf base. Okay? Leaf base. Children, what is these things? Right? Here, children, if you carefully observe, you can see, right? What are these things?
Veins.
Right? Yes, these are called as veins. Veins. Narati. Narati. Veins. Right? Okay. So you can see, right? Bit of lengthy one at the middle. What is this one? Here this is called as mid vein, mid vein or mid rib or mid vein, madhyanaratiya, madanaratiya, mid vein or mid rib. Okay, right, mid vein. Or mid rib, mid rib. Okay, right. So thereafter, children, you can see branches like structures on these veins. Children, if you very carefully observe, right? You can see in my plant also there are branches. These way here these veins divided furthermore into branches, small branches. Okay, right? Veins are coming like this and then divided it into branches. Okay, so these are called as veinlets. Veinlets. Veinlets formed by the veins. Narati Shaka, right? Narati Shaka. Okay. So here children, these are veins. These are veins, no problem. Furthermore, when these veins divided, these are called as veinlets. Narati Shaka, veinlets. Okay, right. What is this one? This one or this edge here. This end is called as leaf tip. Leaf tip. Leaf tip. Okay, right. So children, this is leaf blade. I told you except this midrib and veins and veinlets, these areas are called as leaf blade. Leaf blade. Patra talaya, leaf blade. Leaf blade. Okay. What is this one, children? This edge, the surrounded edge of this plant leaf is called as leaf margin. Leaf margin. Right, okay. So then quickly note down in your page number 10. ඉක්මනට ලියාගමු බලන්න.
Done, teacher.
Okay. All right. නෑ. හරි හරි. ලියන්න ලියන්න.
Done, teacher.
Okay, all right. එහෙනම් හරිනේ? Okay, so then let's move with the next. Okay? All right. Right. Children, now we are going to discuss about leaf venation. Leaf venation, right? Venation. So children, what is called as leaf venation? Leaf venation means children, how veins and veinlets arrange in a plant leaf. How veins and veinlets arranged in plant leaf, right? Veins and veinlets, how it arranged, right? That is called as leaf venation, right? So in Sinhala, this term is called as Patra Vinyasaya. Patra Vinyasaya. How veins and veinlets arranged on this plant leaf, right? So children, here, now you know what is called as venation. There are two main types of leaf venation, right? Parallel venation and reticulate venation, right? So children, parallel venation. Here children, I am getting two samples for this. Okay, very carefully have a look. This is mango plant, right? This is, right? This is one of the areca nut, right? I have chosen. Here children, carefully have a look about the venation of the plant leaf. කොහොමද මේ නාරටි arrange වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? Right? Children, if you carefully observe, you can see these veins are going like this, just like a net, right? Just like a net, you can see how veins arrange on this plant leaf. Here children, we can see, or we can call this venation as reticulate venation. Reticulate venation. In Sinhala, we call it as Jalaba Narati Vinyasaya. Jalayak wagi. Just like a net, just like a net, veins arranged on this plant leaf. Okay. Here children, what is this one? Here children, you can understand, you can, if you carefully observe, you can see mid-vein of this plant leaf. Mid-vein of this or mid-rib of this plant leaf is like this, and then other veins are parallel to each other. Parallel means, right? This is the mid-rib, mid-rib, mid-rib or mid-vein. Other veins are parallel to each other. Parallel, samantarai, right? Other veins parallel to the mid-vein or mid-rib. But children, what happened with this? In this plant leaf, you can see veins arranged just like a net, right? Just like a net, right? Like this. Okay. So children, first of all, we'll write what is called as leaf venation. අපි venation කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා මුලින් ලියාගෙන ඉමු. Here children, before that, parallel venation we can see always in monocot plants. Monocot plants means actually here we'll discuss what are called as monocot plants next week. Okay. Here children, monocot plants, you know, coconut, areca nut, palmyra, right? And then grasses, rice, these are monocots. Monocot plants leaves always shows parallel venation, right? Dicot plants, mango, jack, like plants, we can see reticulate venation. Okay, right? So those are one of the difference of monocot plants and dicot plants also, plant leaves. Okay, right. So when we discuss about monocots and dicots, I'll tell you what are those things. Okay, right. So first of all, we'll define what is called as leaf venation. Patra vinyasa කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා ලියමු. Okay, leaf venation, the arrangement of of veins and veinlets in the leaf is called as venation. Okay, there are two types of venation here. First one is reticulate venation. Second one, parallel venation. Okay, now quickly write it. Okay.
Done, teacher.
හරිද? නැද්ද? තාම ලියනවද? Are you still writing?
Done, teacher.
Oh, okay. So then I hope that we can move with the next, right? Okay. Okay. All right. Now let's define what is called as reticulate venation. Reticulate venation, right? Jalabanariti vinyase. That means just like a net, veins are present. Veins are present just like a net, right? Here you can see. This is the mango leaf and this is guava leaf, right? So you can see the net-like structure of veins, okay? Here in my diagram also you can see just like net, these veins arranged, right? Okay. Here I am writing that one in the page number 11. I have given the space. The veins present as present as present as a net, or you can write down have branched veins, right? Branched veins. Examples I can write chili. All the dipods we can get chili, mango, orange, jack,
Done, teacher.
okay. Enough? ඇත්ත වෙලාව okay, right. Venation, right? Parallel venation, children, if I show furthermore, right? Here, this is the sample that I collected from my ground. This is a bit of dried. Right? Here you can see mid vein. This is sugarcane leaf, children. Sugarcane leaf. This is mid vein or mid rib. Madhya naratiya, mada naratiya, mid vein or mid rib. So here, children, you can see veins. So we can see very small fibrous veins here, right? So here, children, veins are parallel to each other, okay? Here, just like that, okay? Parallel to the midrib, okay? Right, so both of these are monocots. Here, we'll write parallel venation. The veins are parallel other. Each other. Okay. So examples I'm writing: grass, paddy, areca nut, so like these examples. Coconut,
Done, teacher.
okay. All right. So others, I hope that you already done. Hari neda? Okay. Right. So then we no need to wait. Tava ලියන අය නෑ නේද? ඉන්නවද? Are there any students who are writing? No, right? Hmm. Now, children, okay. So now we discuss properties each other, right? So previous uh, parts we discussed how plant leaves different according to the venation. How plant leaves different according to the venation, right? වින්‍යාසය අනුව ශාකපත්‍ර දෙකයි, ජාති දෙකයි. Reticulate venation having plant leaves, parallel venation having plant leaves. According to the venation we divided, right? Now we are dividing plant leaves, right? According to the division of leaf blade. According to the division of leaf blade. කලින් නාරටිවල විදියට according to the veins and the arrangement we discussed, there are two types. Here we are discussing according to the nature of the leaf blade, there are another two types of plant leaves, another two types of plant leaves. Those are called as simple leaves and compound leaves. Okay, right. So children, when the plant leaf, the leaf blade divided into leaflets. Leaf blade divided into leaflets called as compound leaves. සංයුක්ත පත්‍ර. බය වෙන්න එපා. Okay? Right. So children, what is this one? You know this is the leaf blade of this plant leaf. This is the leaf blade of this plant leaf. This leaf blade not divided. No, children. But now have a look about this leaf. This is also altogether leaf, right? When I was schooling, I thought that this small one is the leaf. මේක තමයි කොලේ කියන්නේ. Right? But children, when I'm growing up, I understand this is altogether called as a leaf. These small ones are leaflets. Leaflets. අර පාරේ බෙදන ඒවා ඒ leaflets නෙමෙයි, right? These are leaflets. පත්‍රිකා, right? Here children, this is leaf blade. It is not divided, right? But children, have a look once I keep this leaf on this mango leaf, right? All together this curry leaf consist with leaflets. That means its leaf blade divided into segments or leaflets. Right? මේකේ පත්‍රතලය බෙදිලා නැහැ. මේකේ පත්‍රතලය පුංචි පුංචි කෑලි වලට බෙදිලා leaflets හදලා තියෙනවා. This is a one leaflet. Patrikavak. Right? Okay. So here children, this is a leaflet. So children, this one is not divided. Leaf blade not divided. This one leaf blade completely divided into segments. Okay children. So this is a compound leaf. This is a simple leaf. I'll show you simple leaves. Right? This is also simple leaf. Okay? Right. Okay. Right. Now I am showing some compound leaves to you. This is a compound leaf. Okay, compound leaf. Leaf blade divided into leaflets. Okay, curry leaves. Tamarind, sesbania, katurumurunga. Okay, right. And children, what is this? What is this, children? What is this? This is
Coconut.
coconut. Then children, coconut also compound leaf. Compound leaf. Ah. You
It's a
thought
palm
that
tree.
yes, you thought that this is a leaf නේද? ඒ කාලේ හිතන් කියන්නේ මේක තමයි leaf එක කියන්නේ කියලා. coconut leaf එක කියන්නේ කියලා. Right? This is not the leaf. This is a leaflet, children. This is a leaflet. Here, this is compound leaf. Now I've taken leaflet from it. Both these things are leaflets. Okay? Right. Here now, this is a compound leaf. Leaf blade divided into leaflets. Okay? Right. එහෙනම් අපි පොල්ලත්ත කියලා ගෙනත් දාන්නේ මොකද්ද? That is the whole coconut leaf. Coconut leaf divided into leaflets. Leaflets. Okay? Right. So children, now you know compound leaves and simple leaves. Okay? Right. Then තව ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. ඔකට මේකට මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? This. Here children, what is
Simple
this
leaf.
other thing? Yes. This is also, have a look children. My other one is right, dehydrated. වතුර නැතුව ඉඳලා යාට පොඩ්ඩක් අමාරුයි වගේනේ. Right. So children, this is a manioc leaf. It is not clear, but for your identification, I'll get this. Right. Here children, we have now this one, this leaf, and then we have this one also. Okay. This is totally simple. This is totally compound. What is this, children?
Simple.
Yes. Although if you observe this leaf, just like segmented, right? But children, it is not completely segmented or it is not divided completely, right? So then children, if you carefully see, you can see all the veins also connected, not completely divided, right? So here children, this is partially divided simple leaf, partially segmented, partially divided simple leaf. Okay? Right. මෙයාට සම්පූර්ණයෙන් බෙදෙන්න අමතක වෙලා. සම්පූර්ණයෙන් බෙදුණා නම් මෙයාට මේ විදිහ වෙන්න තිබුණා. It could have like this or it would have turned like this, but it has stopped near these places. So then this is partially segmented simple leaf. Okay? Right. Right. So children, we'll write the definition of simple leaves. අපි එන ලියාගමු. The leaves The leaves, here, wait. So under the simple leaves, you can write this one, simple leaves, okay? Sorry. Right, okay. Right. So here children, there are two types of leaves you can first of all write. First one, simple leaves. Simple leaves. Second one, not capital leaves, right? Compound leaves. Compound leaves. Okay, quickly write it.
Done, teacher.
Okay. All right. So then we'll move. Simple leaves, we'll write down the definition. Okay. Right. So according to the division of the leaf blade, right, there are two types of leaves, compound leaves and simple leaves. Now we will define simple leaves. Right? Definition. Leaves, the leaf blade are here. We'll write down like this, leaves that the, okay, sorry, leaves that the leaf blade is not divided, is not divided into segments, into segments. Okay, so the examples we can write, shoe flower, jack, right? And papo. Papo we have to write definitely, papo, manioc, manioc. Papo and manioc, those are partially segmented, right? Okay. Here we can write down. I'm use another color to write it. Okay. Simple leaves. Star එකක් දාලා හරි ලිව්වත් කමක් නැහැ. Simple leaves which are partially කොටසක් පමණක් කියන එක ඔය partially කියන එකේ meaning එක partially කොටසක් පමණක් බෙදිච්ච partially අර්ධ වශයෙන් බෙදිච්ච partially divided into segments. Segments. Okay. Quickly write. I hope that the time is enough, right? Okay. Right. So then let's move with the compound leaves. Okay. Here before that, children, this is samples that I have chosen, right? I have not. I have chosen. This is a kind of uh, image that I chosen. Jackfruit leaf. Jackfruit means just jack. Okay. No C is there. Okay. Tea, cinnamon, kurundu, mango, beetle, and temple flower plant, right? Okay, so these are some examples for simple leaves. Compound leaves, children, you can see here also, right? This is ferns. This is ferns, you can see. Meevana varga, ferns, right? Rubber. You can see the leaf blade divided into small leaflets, okay? Likewise, so curry leaves here, right? Not just like curry leaves, okay? Just yes, I for your identification, those diagrams displayed. Okay, right. Compound leaves. We'll write down the definition in page number 30. Okay, right. Leaves that the leaf blade completely. Yeah, I'm writing it here. Completely divided into segments, or we can write down leaflets, patrika, leaflets. ගෑනු ළමයට දාන ලස්සන නමක් සිංහලෙන් පත්‍රිකා වනිග සූරිය. Right? Likewise, that I did. Right? Just kidding. Okay. Right. So children, you can write down the examples for here these compound leaves, right? I'm writing the examples here also. Here, coconut, Susbania, the scientific name for Katurmurunga, Susbania. Okay, right. Next one, curry leaves. Other thing is that mimosa. Mimosa means touch me not plant. Mimosa, nidukumba. Mimosa, touch me not plant.
Done, teacher.
Okay. Okay, done? Done?
Done, teacher.
Okay, all right. Okay, children. Now, we are going to discuss about functions of plant leaves. Functions of plant leaves, children. Functions. Right. Functions means, children, क्रियाकारित्व, कार्य, शाकपत्रवल कार्य, functions of plant leaves. Okay, children, what are the things done by the plant leaves? Okay, children. Okay. Before that, I have mentioned tamarind. Tamarind means, siyambala in Sinhala, tamarind, right? So tamarind plants also having this compound leaves. Here, curry leaves, also compound leaf, wood apple, and this is another variety, exotic variety of the plant. Okay, so I hope that it is difficult to find this plant in our country and the conditions. Okay, right. So then we'll move with the next. Functions of plant leaves. Children, you know what is the main function of the plant leaves. At the beginning, we discussed about what is the main function. You know the main function is photosynthesis. Okay, right. So children, we'll write down the main function, that is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Right? Okay, so here examples, green plants will say, right? Would say green plants. Right? Except parasitic plants. Here, green plants. Right? Okay. So children, next one. Children, what is the other function of the plant leaf? Other thing is that, children, some plant leaves are there. These plant leaves store water. They have water storing tissues, right? So if I show you, I hope that you may have seen this
Teacher, like
plant leaf,
cactus?
right? Okay. What is this?
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera. Okay. Children, what about cactus? Cactus also having water storing tissues.
It's a stem.
Cactus is a stem. Yes. Aloe vera leaves that they store water. They have water storing tissues in their leaves. Okay. So if I break it, okay. So if you carefully observe, you can see some secretions are coming, no? Some secretions are coming, right? Watery structures are there. What is the reason? It stores water because they have water storing tissues. Cactus also having water storing tissues, but they have water storing tissues in stems. In cactus, leaves converted into thorns or spines, right? පත්‍ර කටු බවට තමයි cactus වල පත් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. The stem also in green color, and they have water storing tissues also, right? But not in leaves. But aloe vera, they store water in their leaves. Okay. Likewise. All right. Okay. So here I'm writing that. Next function is storage of water. That is aloe vera. Okay. Right. So the next one, next function of plant leaves. Children, we discussed we can get new plants using roots, using stems. And I told you that process is called as vegetative propagation. Vardaka pracharane. That means only one part of the plant attending with the reproduction, and then it can produce large number of plants at once. That is called as vegetative propagation. Okay, right. So children, have you heard about Akkapana? This is called as bryophyllum in scientific words, right? Or the scientific name is bryophyllum. This is Akkapana, children. So children, if you keep this plant leaf inside a book, right? Like this, right? If you keep like this, okay? So after some time, you can see in the margin of the plant leaf, we can see new roots are forming, right? So this is one of the leaves that I kept for 2 weeks, but it has not formed roots, right? Because I'm always open up the book and check whether the roots formed or not. මේකේ මුල් ඇවිල්ලාද කියලා මම මේ කොලේට හරියට කරදර කරනවා. right? ඒක නිසා එයාගේ roots තාම හැදිලා නැහැ. මම සැරෙන් සැරේට book එක open කරනවා, close කරනවා, right? So children, what happens if we have this plant leaf near to the edges of this plant leaf, root starts to form, and then after some time these roots having small parts break and separate out from the plant leaf, and it is starting to form as a or perform as a new plant, right? Small parts separate out from the leaf with the roots and then starts to form as a new plant. So here children, Akkapana or bryophyllum and begonia are some of the examples for the plants which can form new plants using the plant leaves or through the plant leaves. Okay. ශාකපත්‍ර වලින් නව පැල හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් අවස්ථා තියෙනවා. Right? Okay. So then children will write down some plant leaves produce new plants, right? So this is called as plants for vegetative propagation. We'll write down like that. Vegetative propagation. No need seeds. Okay. All right. So then we can write down bryophyllum. For Akkapana. Both are correct. Akkapana. Begonia. Okay. Right. Okay.
Done, teacher.
Okay, all right. So children, next we have to discuss about part of a flower, right? Parts of a flower. Okay. Uh, for that children, I have I have cut down flower, right? For that explanation. Okay. So children, now I'll show you that relevant video for you to understand the parts of the flower, right? So if you have that kind of shoe flower, right? We can, or you can cut down it leisurely. Okay, right. Wait, we are going to show you. Children, we are showing that video very carefully. Listen for that, right? So the relevant video related to parts of the flower, I have done another separate video for you also, the same one. Okay, so then very carefully have a look about this video and try to understand what are the parts of the flower. Okay, so thereafter I'll explain. Let's identify parts of a flower. Children, first of all, you can see stalk of the flower. Thereafter, you can see sepals of this flower. Sepals of this flower. Thereafter, you can see colorful petals of the flower. What is this tubular structure? This tubular structure is called as style. Now, I told you that shoe flower is a bisexual flower. You know, bisexual flower means both male and female parts are present in one flower. Here, children, you can see stamens are present on this style. Here, children, stamens are called as male part of a flower. Children, this stamen included two parts which is called as anther and filament. Anther, you can see, which is in yellow color, and this one is filament. At the end of this style, you can see stigma. You can see stigma. This stigma and style belongs to female part of the flower, while stamens belongs to male part of the flower. Okay, children. Now we are going to cut down this flower to identify internal structures of this flower. Right? Okay. We'll cut down flower at this point. And then we are going to cut it into two equal halves. Now, children, you can see one half of this flower. Here, children, you can identify internal structures inside this flower. Now you can see, right? I hope that you can see it, right? Here this one is called as ovary. This one is called as ovary, right? Children, you can see style, right? You can see the style, the tubular structure of style we can see thereafter, right? So here children, you can see it is going up to the stigma, right? Okay, here first of all you identify ovary of the flower, ovary of the flower. Thereafter you can see style is going up to the stigma, right? Here children, inside this ovary there are small ovules children. There are small white colored ovules. Okay. Now you identified ovary, style and stigma. Children, all together these three parts called as female part of the flower, and then it is called as gynecium of the flower. Children, now you can see stamens of the flower. Stamens are considered as male part of the flower. These stamens includes anther and filament. You can see here yellow colored anther and pinkish red color filament. All together, this is called as androecium of the flower. Androecium means male part of the flower. Since this flower is a bisexual flower, both male part, which is called as androecium, female part, which is called as gynecium, both are present in one flower. So that's why we call this flower as bisexual flower. Okay, children. So I hope that you watched that video. හිතනවා video එක බැලුවා කියලා. Right? So children, here, why we choose true flower? So identify the parts of flower. Children, true flower is a bisexual flower. Right? Bisexual. Both
With
sexes
both
are
female and male.
good. Both male and female parts are available all together. That's why it is called as bisexual flower. Dvilingika mala, right? Children, for our easiness to study, right? We use this two flower to identify the structure of the flower. Okay, children. Right. So here, children, in this flower, we'll write down the parts of the flower and I'll explain while I'm doing. And the relevant video I'll upload into your groups also. Okay, so it is also available in YouTube also. Okay, right. Here, children, first of all, this is pedicel. Pedicel. Malay natu. Pedicel or stalk. Dekama hari. Right? This is pedicel. 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 right? Thereafter, children, you can see green colored sepals. Green colored sepals. These are doing photosynthesis because sepals are in green color. That means sepals have chlorophylls in it. Harita Pradatiyano. Sepals are green in color and they have chlorophyll. So then sepals can do photosynthesis also, right? So here children, these are called as sepals. Sepals. Okay. Thereafter we have colorful petals, right? Colorful petals. Petals. Right? Okay. Here children, this one is called as stamens. Male parts. Stamens. Right? Stamens have two parts, right? Anther and filament. All together this called as stamen. We'll discuss those things under the discussion of androsium and genosium. Okay. So children, all together these are called as stamens. Stamens. Okay, stamens. That is called as androsium also. Very important, Malay, right? Here children, what is this? This is stigma. 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 Okay, right. So children, here I am erasing this part because we have discussed more about that later. Right. Here now children, as usual, this is pedicel. 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 Right? Now very carefully have a look. Children, this is ovary. 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 Right? Inside the ovary, there are small structures which is called as ovules. Ovules. Right? In fruit forming plants, mango, rambutan, mangosteen, like plants, seeds are the previous ovules, right? In the flower, previous ovules convert into seeds, right? After the fruit formation. What is the fruit then? That is the ovary, right? When we are eating mango, what we are eating? Mango, the delicious part is the ovary of the previous flower. Ned, කලින් පළතුර ෆෝම් වෙන්න කලින් මලේ තිබිච්ච කොටසක් තමයි අපි ආහාරයට ගන්නෙ. That is the ovary. Seed is the ovule. Inside the ovary, the ovules are present now, right? Ovules. Ovules convert into seed in the future in fruit forming plants. Shoe flowers are not forming fruits. Okay. So then, here ovary is this one. Here oval shaped bit of, okay, right. Ovary is called as Dimbakosha in Sinhala. Okay. Here children, this is sepals once again. This is the cross section of the flower. Sepals. Here this is petals. Petals. Colorful petals. Here children, this tubular structure which is coming from this ovary, that is called as style. Style. Okay, style. Here children, once again, these are stamens. Stamens. In Sinhala, we call it as paragadhani, right? Stamens. That is the male part. Here, this is stigma. All right. Okay. So, children, a pedicel or stalk, we can say stalk. This is also pedicel or stalk. මල් නැට්ටට කියන නම් දෙකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. තියෙනවා. Okay? Right. So, children, stigma, style, ovary. Inside the ovary, ovules are present, right? Stigma, style, ovary. Ovules are they are inside the ovary, no? Stigma, style, ovary, all together called as gynaecium. Gynaecium. Stigma, style, ovary. දැන් ඕක චුට්ටක් අමතක වෙනවා නම් right මොකද්ද gynaecium male part or female part right you can keep it in your mind G for girls no G for girls gynaecium it has G at the beginning so then gynaecium means female part of the flower androecium or stamens are male part of the flower. Okay, so male part, female part, and the consist other things we'll discuss next week. Okay, මම හිතන්නේ අදට ඔය ඇති. අපි ගොඩක් කතා කළා, right? So children, next week we'll finish this lesson and we'll start static electricity lesson. Don't miss the class. Okay, so if you have friends hope to join with us, let them know about our classes also. Okay, children? Oh, then once we start our second lesson, third lesson, so then it is difficult for them to catch these things. So then quickly inform your friends, schools friends also, join with us and continue their studies also. Okay, children, so I am not taking much of the time. Here I am going to wind up here for a while, right? So children, once again, have a happy new year ahead, right? So then, good night. Have a nice week. Stay safe. Goodbye to you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay,
Bye,
you're
teacher.
welcome. Bye.
Okay. Good
God
night,
bless you,
teacher.
teacher.
God bless you, teacher. Bye.